What happens when the people you trust the most turn on you in front of the entire world? In Hollywood, friendships are currency, but for Selena Gomez, they've become a battlefield. She's been publicly praised for her kindness and for always lifting other women up, even her rivals. But behind the scenes, a storm has been brewing. Her closest confidant, the woman who literally gave a piece of herself to save Selena's life, seems to have sided with her enemies. At the same time, the very models she once admired are now forming alliances that seem designed to isolate her. This isn't just petty drama, it's a web of quiet betrayals and public power moves that have fans asking one question: why is everyone turning on Selena Gomez? It all seemed to start with a moment of innocent admiration. In 2023, Selena Gomez took to TikTok, candidly telling her followers she wished she was as beautiful as Bella Hadid. She even poked fun at herself, lamenting that she'd accidentally laminated her own eyebrows too much. It was a relatable, self-deprecating post, the kind of content that has made her so beloved. But in the hyper-competitive world of Hollywood, no good deed goes unpunished. Within hours, the narrative was hijacked. Kylie Jenner posted an Instagram story, a screenshot of a FaceTime call with Hailey Bieber, where they were zoomed in on their own perfectly laminated eyebrows. Kylie captioned it, "This was an accident?" The implication was clear, and the internet exploded. Fans immediately saw it as a cruel, targeted mockery of Selena's post. It was a classic mean girl move, and suddenly, battle lines were drawn. The backlash against Hailey and Kylie was swift and brutal. They were labeled bullies, and their social media was flooded with comments defending Selena. The drama spiraled so far out of control that it led to one of the most unexpected twists in this entire saga. Hailey Bieber, the woman at the center of the mockery, began receiving a terrifying wave of death threats and hateful negativity. The situation became so severe that she did something no one saw coming. She reached out to Selena Gomez for help. After everything that had happened, Hailey turned to the very person she was accused of bullying to call off the dogs, and Selena, in a move that proved her character, immediately came to her defense. She released a statement saying, "This isn't what I stand for. No one should have to experience hate or bullying. I've always advocated for kindness and really want this all to stop." It was a moment of grace that should have ended the drama, but instead, it only added a new layer of complexity to a feud that was far from over. Fast forward to 2025, and the alliances that were hinted at in 2023 became undeniable. Bella Hadid, the original subject of Selena's praise, hosted a lavish launch party for her new perfume. The event was a spectacle, but it was the guest list that had everyone talking. Standing front and center in all the photos was Hailey Bieber. The two posed together in a series of shots that fans couldn't help but notice were strikingly similar to the photos from Selena's own Rare Beauty perfume debut. The composition, the aesthetic, the vibe, it all felt a little too familiar. Was it a coincidence or a calculated, shady parallel? For fans who had been following the drama, this was no accident. It was seen as a public declaration. Bella was no longer a neutral party. She was officially choosing a side. By inviting Hailey and creating a scene that mirrored Selena's success, Bella was sending a clear message, sealing her place alongside the so-called Mean Girl squad. The drama had now come full circle, with the woman Selena admired seemingly joining forces with her biggest critics. But this was only one front in Selena's battle. A much deeper, more personal betrayal was unfolding at the same time. Long before the drama with models and celebrity wives, there was Francia Raisa. Theirs was a friendship that transcended Hollywood's superficiality. It was a bond forged in a hospital room, cemented by the ultimate act of sacrifice. In 2017, as Selena's life was hanging in the balance due to complications from lupus, Francia did something extraordinary. She donated one of her kidneys to her best friend. Selena has never shied away from acknowledging this debt. She has publicly stated, time and time again, that Francia saved her life. In an emotional speech, she once said, "To be honest, I think Francia should be getting this award because she saved my life." Theirs was a story of pure, selfless friendship that inspired millions. Francia herself described the decision as instinctual. "You're my best friend. You're my sister." Of course, she said of the moment she decided to get tested. This was the unshakable foundation of their bond, a life-saving gift that, in a perfect world, would have tied them together forever. But in the harsh light of fame, even the purest bonds can begin to crack. The first public sign of trouble appeared in November 2022. Selena gave an interview to Rolling Stone magazine where she confessed, "I never fit in with a cool group of girls that were celebrities. My only friend in the industry really is Taylor Swift." The comment, likely an off-the-cuff remark, landed like a bombshell. Fans were quick to point out that Francia, a working actress, was very much in the industry. But it was Francia's own reaction that turned a small spark into a raging fire. Underneath an Instagram post highlighting the quote, Francia commented just one word, "Interesting." Then she deleted it, but the damage was done. That single word was all it took to confirm that something was deeply wrong. It was a cold, public jab that instantly fueled the narrative that Selena was ungrateful. A true friend, many argued, would have handled her hurt privately. But by airing it out in a single, passive-aggressive comment, Francia opened the floodgates of criticism against the very person whose life she had saved, leaving everyone to wonder what was really going on behind closed doors. As the internet dissected every detail of their fractured friendship, darker rumors began to surface. Whispers grew into headlines, suggesting the rift was about more than just a thoughtless comment in an interview. Sources claimed that Francia was deeply upset with Selena's lifestyle choices after the transplant. The core of the issue was allegedly that Selena was drinking alcohol. While doctors have clarified that moderate drinking is generally considered safe for kidney transplant recipients, the rumor mill painted a picture of Francia feeling betrayed. She had given up a part of her body to give Selena a second chance at a healthy life, and in her eyes, Selena was being reckless with that gift. This introduced a deeply uncomfortable and morally complex question into the public discourse. Does saving someone's life entitle you to a say in how they live it? Does a donor get to dictate the recipient's choices forever? It became a messy debate about boundaries, gratitude, and the unspoken rules of a life-altering gift. The narrative of an ungrateful Selena grew louder, all while she remained silent, trapped in a situation where defending herself could be seen as dismissing the sacrifice her friend made for her. Just when it seemed the drama had quieted down, Francia delivered what many fans considered the final, unforgivable blow in 2025. She took to her Instagram to share a song, and it wasn't just any song. It was a track by Justin Bieber, a name that is inextricably linked to one of the most tumultuous and painful periods of Selena Gomez's life. Everyone knows that chapter never got the closure it deserved, and still carries a universe of hurt for Selena. For Francia to publicly promote a song by Justin was seen as a profound betrayal. It was interpreted as her definitively choosing a side, and in this case, she was siding with Selena's most famous ex. It felt calculated, a deliberate jab designed to wound. For years, Francia's identity had been intertwined with Selena's as her savior and best friend. But with one Instagram post, she seemed to be publicly severing that tie and aligning herself with the Bieber camp, which, of course, includes Hailey. It was the ultimate confirmation that the sisterhood was broken beyond repair. The woman who saved her life was now, in the court of public opinion, siding with her enemies. What we're witnessing isn't just a series of disconnected celebrity spats. It's a pattern, a tangled web where rivals and former friends seem to be forming a quiet coalition. From Hailey and Kylie's shady posts to Bella's calculated party invitation, and finally, to Francia's heartbreakingly public pivot. The threads all lead back to one person. Selena Gomez has built an empire on kindness and authenticity, but the very people she has supported, admired, and loved now seem to be drifting away from her and towards each other. This leaves us with a chilling final thought. Is Selena the victim of a large-scale, coordinated takedown by a clique of Hollywood's elite? Or is there a side to this story we're not seeing? A reason why so many of her relationships end in public firestorms? One thing is certain, in the ruthless game of fame, loyalty is fragile, and for Selena Gomez, the line between a best friend and an enemy has become terrifyingly blurred. Drop your thoughts in the comments and don't forget to hit subscribe, because here at Hot Sip, we bring you the hottest gossip every single day.